And so this painting right here was a dream that I had um, when I was about 19 years old, and I saw Jesus. At first, I saw Jesus from a distance. He looked like a statue, like you see here, and then I got a little closer to him, and then he was like drawing closer to me at the same time, and then like I turned around and he was behind me, and he looked like a normal like flesh and blood person, as you see here. And then I was looking at him face to face, and he started to um, he had like kind of like had his hands out in this kind of like glowing luminous white robe, like typically how people have seen pictured Jesus before, and he had this kind of like glowing white robe, and kind of not like it almost didn't look like pure white, almost like a golden white kind of hue or something like that. And his from his facial appearance, he looked like he had like a beard and kind of a long beard, and kind of kind of thick hair, and then I he looked he looked kind of muscular, kind of well built, not too skinny or anything. Very like uh, average. He looked like the most like average sort of compilation of like every person on earth that I could imagine, and just to this perfect stature of not arrogant looking at all, not proud, not arrogant, not haughty. His eyes looked very kind and you know um, round, and kind of soft yet fierce. There was this countenance and presence within him that I felt was there, that was like as if completely one with the entire universe, and everything all at one time, all kind of wrapped into one being, one person, one image. The Bible calls him the visible image of the invisible God. And then he was just staring at me, and he had this perfect look, um, and not perfect as in like um, you know proud or anything or arrogant. Just he looked like this perfect form, like the way I thought of like a bee, or like the just the precision of nature. When nature creates something, there's a precision to it, an organic, um, uh, organic but yet perfected quality to it, like a bee or something like that. Like a bee has a um, almost like a perfect robotic quality to it, and that's what I was picturing. That's what I felt like when I saw Jesus. Like it was like looking into the perfect composite, the perfect face, the perfect, just the most um, perfect way a human can on Earth could be sort of rounded into this one being. Um, if you took all the ethnic, various ethnic groups and extremes of hot and cold and all the various things, Jesus almost looks like the melding of all of that into one solid, form, or one solid being. Um, um, almost a almost a Mediterranean appearance, type of person. So, but yet just hard to describe the perfect qualities of a person. Um, to the shape of his, his face, his ears, everything had uh, exact measure to it. Everything had this perfect, order to his teeth, his jaw, his face, his mouth, his nose, perfect measure, um, and yet a kind, organic quality to Jesus's appearance. Looking like someone average, someone who might be a fisherman in Galilee, or a bricklayer, or anything like that, which is some of the jobs that he actually did. Yeah, just a kind and kindly and nice average appearance, but yet the Father in heaven was one with him. I could feel that really powerfully that it was, I suppose, seeing the face of the Father through his eyes, through this being, all the explosive, creation of the universe, and kind of bound into this form, this being, which was, Jesus Christ, the face of Jesus. And I had the impression he was um, fully fully one with the Father, but also able to be in a physical place at any time, at any given time, at any place in point in space or time. So he is present with the Father everywhere. The Father is present everywhere, and so is Jesus. Jesus is also present everywhere, where he is forgiving sin and returning people back to the Father. So everything is happening simultaneously throughout the whole creation at the same time. So Jesus could appear physically in front of me and at the same time be anywhere else in the creation simultaneously, because he has transcended space and time. When he went up to heaven, he's going through the gateway outside of heaven and earth. So when he went up to the clouds during the ascension, this is what I took away from this, was that he was then um, kind of almost dispersing from the plane of the physical reality into the supernatural reality, into the highest heaven, where he then sits at the throne of the Father. So, which is the omnipresent throne. So the Father, the Son, and Spirit are present everywhere simultaneously. Jesus is and of course, the tangible image of the invisible God, of the All. So he was present everywhere, and I saw him. He kind of slowly disappeared. I saw Jesus like this, and then I saw him um, like a normal human face, and then I saw him with this kind of all light, sort of surrounded by light, nothing but light coming out of him. And then he looked like this image here, where I could still see a human form, and then which looked like just a opaque, light or spirit. And then I saw this point here, which was like the glory itself, the glory of God, just completely clear, crystal clear, um, emanating light and point, which I felt like was a representation of the Father, of the All. So all in one, um, where he's, um, you know, expressing in physical appearance and then sort of melding back into the All, into the Father simultaneously. And Jesus can do this at any given point in any given time, since he's at the throne. This is the ability. This is what I've come to see of the throne, is that it is omnipresent, and it's omnipotent and omnipresent through the dimension of space and time. So the Father is present everywhere, as we know, holding all things, seeing all things, holding all things together, and the Word by the upholding all things by the power of His Word, or the Logos. So where Jesus, I've seen vision of Jesus holding together. Jesus showed me how He is the Word on the surface of all things, binding all things together, binding the cells together, binding the molecules, the atoms, the nucleus, and the quantum particles. So all of the quantum field is held together by the Logos, by the Word, through Christ, who is the high priest, who can then represent the Father at any point, at any given point in space and time, or in any person's mind, or any person's spirit. And that's the true metaphysics of Jesus ascending to the throne.